Hi. So we're approaching the end of the year, and I know some of you are concerned, which I really appreciate. And I thought I'd let you know how I'm doing for those who haven't been following along this past summer after a whole bunch of indigestion and just upset stomach and losing a significant amount of weight. Doctors checked me out and found out that I had cancer, pancreatic cancer, which, as you know, is just pretty awful. And since that time, I've had a number of procedures, including having cameras drop down my throat all the way to my stomach and a couple of stents put in, during which time the cardiologist actually yelled at me during the operation because I was asking too many questions. And then finally culminating in a Whipple procedure, which is one of the truly major operations that are still performed that has not been, shrunk down a 21st century size, performed by two surgeons at Hoag Hospital in Newport Beach, 5 hours, and they just ripped a bunch of stuff from me inside, and my digestive system is totally different than it used to be. But anyway, I seem to have recuperated from that really well. Look at me, I'm like the least cancery looking cancer patient you've ever seen. Um, and my oncologist a couple of weeks ago, I said to him, listen, I know that there's a cure coming 3, 4, 5 years down the road. Keep me alive for that. And he said, I don't know that you're going to need it. So between the Whipple surgery, which was very successful, and the chemotherapy, which I'm now doing, which, as he said, I tolerate well, which, I mean, little things like last Friday, I spent better than 20 hours in bed sleeping. But that's okay with chemo, I guess, and I can handle that. So it looks like I'm going to be, for the foreseeable future, okay. No cancer physically. Blood tests show no cancer right now. So these are all good signs. The thing about pancreatic cancer is, though, there is a genetic disposition. My body knows how to produce this kind of cancer, and even if all of it is removed, my body still knows the formula. And that, of course, is what you have to watch out for and be forever diligent. Can never give up on it, because at some point it's gonna come back. Hopefully not for a really long time. So I know some of you have followed all my treatments and the hospitalization and everything else. And I just want you to know, if any of you are facing a medical emergency like this, listen, some of these things really did hurt. But in the long run, it was nothing that I or you could not take. And pain doesn't last that long. And when it's over, you have no memory of pain. So, you grin and bear it. You look at what the goal is and you just move ahead. But if you would have asked me like 3 or 4 years ago, what kind of patient are you? I would have said, oh, I'm a so. But I won't say that anymore. I think I'm a tough guy now as far as that's concerned. But I don't think it's that difficult to be a tough guy if you, give it a shot. Anyway, I couldn't have done any of this without my daughter and my wife, who've been with me, every step of the way, and have watched and anguished and been scared and worried for me. And I, thank all of you out there who have brought me into your prayers and your thoughts. I very much appreciate that, and all the things that you've said. So hopefully it worked. We don't know for sure yet, but it looks like it is. So short-term future. Chemo. I have 2 more sessions of chemo next week and the week after. Then I think I take a week off, and then starts radiation. Radiation is for 6 weeks. It takes very little time every day. I think the actual radiation takes 5 minutes, but it's every day, 5 days a week. And I think it's going to be done here in Irvine. Anyway, one of the things I learned from cancer is how much I love my life and what I do and who I'm with and where I am. So that's a good thing. It's difficult to believe that cancer can make you happy, but it really has given me a great understanding on a number of things. Anyway, I hope 2017 is a great year for you and a great year for all of us. And please stay healthy and win a lot of money somewhere and become filthy rich. Have fun.